So Denise, tell me what brought you to Integrative Medicine and Biofeedback Clinic.
Well, I had been having headaches, and they were pretty severe headaches, and it was causing me to lose time from work, and it was quite painful. So I was looking for a natural medicine place to go, and I really stumbled upon it on your website.
Denise, what kind of things did you try to help your headaches before coming here?
Well, of course, aspirin, resting, diet.
So you had headaches and stress, and did the headaches keep you up at night, cause you to lack sleep as well?
They did, but mostly I just didn't want to get out of bed.
Okay.
And in the mornings I would just be so tired and exhausted from the headaches that I really needed to do something.
And when you came here, what was the protocol that helped you?
It was very difficult to understand what it was. I was very curious about the wires and the machine.
Correct.
So I asked a lot of questions about what was, what the
biofeedback. And the neurofeedback.
And I honestly didn't really know how it was going to work. So I did some research on it and looked, at how things are working. But honestly, I didn't really understand it, I have to say. And I just had to trust that Dr. Verghese knew what he was talking about. But I saw some gradual changes in the way that I was feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I still don't remember
All the details.
all the details or what happened or why it worked. But I found myself being able to relax a little bit more. And I felt myself able to use some of the techniques that we used during the session. Just calming, and I know that your voice was calm as you spoke to me when we were working. So I try to internalize that and make that part of my life. And recently I was doing some work at school, and my supervisor had some kind of a biofeedback machine, something that uses brain power, so that if you focus really hard, you can make a ball bounce. I don't know if you've seen that kind of thing.
Software, yeah.
Right. So when we were looking at the brain waves, we were looking at those. Mine were very balanced, to be honest. So they really were. And there was one other of my colleagues whose brain waves were balanced, and she had also gone through some biofeedback.
Maybe she's the one who came.
It may have been, but we were both really kind of balanced, and I don't know why that happened. I don't know how the brain is trained to do that. I'm not sure.
In your case, you augmented those neurophysiological learning with neurophysiological supplements that affected the brain and body in a positive way. It reduced your cortisol level, which means reducing the stress. Because stress was one of the things that was inducing some of the headaches. You were able to focus better. That's one of the things we worked on. Concentration. When you had headaches, it was difficult for you to focus and concentrate. You remember that?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. And I remember coming here at times, Lynn, and I know that I was just almost shaking, when I came.
Right.
And
the anxiety was so high.
Right, and I really looked forward to coming and sitting in that chair and knowing that, it was making some progress, that I was making some progress there.
As well as the myofascial trigger point relief with the natural creams and oils that also help the brain and help your body and everything to relax and to relieve stress, getting into all the cells and the organs as well.
Yes, I remember the cream that, when I had treatment on the table, and that cream and the aroma of that, and I know you gave me some to take home, and and I used that at home, and it was all just very soothing. And
that was from Nepal. One of the oils was from Nepal. We still get them from Nepal. Yeah.
Yes.
One of the oils. We have a mixture of oils. One has close to 40 different oils that we still use.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
and it was a real stress reliever. I know that there were certain pressure points or certain
Yeah.
things that you did.
Active
Myofascial.
myofascial
Is
trigger
that what it
points.
is?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yes, yeah. I don't really understand it, but I trusted it.
Well, and also that biofeedback machine at your work shows how the changes in the brain stay. You know, it wasn't temporary, it didn't last just a couple months, because it's been a year and a half.
It's been a long time.
Since you've been here.
Things. And,
And
at the same time, it was at a time where I was doing some meditation work also.
Correct.
So in conjunction, the
Sure,
whole thing together. And, and I also like the fact that you prayed with me.
Yeah.
I think that was a wonderful thing. And it all works together. It's
Thank
it's
God.
spiritual
Yeah.
and it's physical and it's emotional. I mean, it's all combined.
Integrated.
Integrated, isn't that what it's
Combi-
called,
combined,
right?
yeah.
Isn't this
Yes.
called integrated
Combined.
medicine?
Mind,
Yes.
body, soul, spirit, social,
Yes.
nutritional, everything together, right?
Exactly, right,
Yeah.
yes. And I started to exercise. But when I first came in, I couldn't do any of those things because I couldn't focus to do anything.
Do you recall one thing that I reminded you in your second or third visit? I said, dear, you're not smiling. So you started smiling.
Yeah, that's true. I did.
Yeah.
I did.
yeah.
It's made a huge change, all in conjunction with the things I was doing then. But I was really looking for this kind of treatment because, I know that if you just take a drug prescribed by a doctor, the symptoms may go away, but the cause, remains. So, if you're proactive about it, if you know what you can do when you get into that kind of situation, then you can do more to really heal yourself, and that's one of the things I learned.